Hi, I'm George Varga from UT San Diego, and today we're very honored to be here with two members of the legendary band Yes.
Yes is all about a message of music, of kind of the highest standard possible for the musicians who've schooled themselves over the year to become a very high standard of playing on stage. And it proves because a lot of the audience come to see how we actually do things. I mean, we have audience that consists of Microsoft guys who taking notes and who missed a note, that kind of thing. But at the same time, we aim to do that, but also make people have a good time and keep big smiles on their face.
Alan White, the drummer, who joined the band in 1972, 5 years after the band was formed, and the new member, Jon Davison, who has been in the band for a year and a half. And Jon, in 2005, was in a band based here in San Diego called Roundabout, that, given the name you might guess, was a Yes tribute band.
Tom Schlesinger, Randy McClintock, David Horn, David Smart, that was all the guys we used to rehearse over in La Mesa.
Really?
So it started here in San Diego. There was a different incarnation of the band later on, which was closer to the LA area.
Yeah, I was really intrigued by the music, and I always loved the challenge back then and still do today. And it was very challenging to play, and every night we go on stage, it's a pretty challenging set of music to play. So.
Now, you had 3 days to learn 4 albums worth of music, if I count correctly.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, plus Close to the Edge, which hadn't been played on stage before.
So was that literally trial by fire, or?
Yeah, it was. I just really had to night and day listen to the music and pretty much hammer into it. And the first show was, we were all sweating, but by the fourth show, I was kind of settled in a little bit, but in a couple of weeks after that was it. And then they said, we're recording a live album called Yes Songs. And I said, that's really not fair. What do you mean the band shouldn't? Come on guys, and there's a lot of stuff here. But we played the album in the entirety as it appears on the album. Mm-hmm. So when you put the CD on, you hear the tracks in rotation like that. And we came as close as we can to the originals, but obviously we've been playing a lot of these songs for a lot of years, so there are things that we did change along the way that make it more of a performance on stage. So we actually enhance it a little bit for stage performance.
Nearly every member of the Beatles at one point or another indicated that they thought maybe the band would last 5 or 7 years. Alan, here you are 41 years later. In 1972, did you envision, whether with Yes or with any band, that you would have that kind of longevity?
Yeah, it's kind of scary, isn't it? Yes, but I think the music speaks for it, basically, because Yes music is kind of like being established as a kind of stalwart for progressive music, and I think progressive music is kind of like classical music in a way. It doesn't go away because you can always revisit the whole thing, and basically, yeah, I'm not surprised really that we're here at this time.
In the tribute band, everyone has their own personal lives, as of course these gentlemen do too, families and whatnot, but it's their job, and they've been doing it for years. They're masters of it, and they compose the music. The music has come through them. Being in a tribute act, it's different. We're lucky if we were able to get together once a month to do a show and have maybe 2 rehearsals in advance. So we never really mastered the music as we could have. The potential was there. We just didn't have enough time and energy to do so because, you know, life happens and you have to
but
pay the bills.
don't take that as a kind of, John is very, very talented also in songwriting.
Oh,
And yeah, I've just heard some of the creations that are coming up, and we're planning to start working on something later this year. And I think it could be a very good, cool album.
I don't quite know the dynamic yet, how it's going to come down. But
Well, none of us do. We're just kind of feeling our way into
Yeah.
the new album.